The following is a presentation of the Vol Network. Closed captioning provided by the University of Tennessee full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee football and the beginning of the Butch Jones era.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to the Vol Network, documenting the most storied program in college football. Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the one bank that backs the Big Orange like no other, First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols. By your local Ford dealer. Go further on a Tennessee Saturday. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsors of UT football. By Dish, proud to be an official sponsor of the Big Orange. Catch the Vols on Dish. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
Butch Jones has his Big Orange football team massed in the north end zone, and here come the Volunteers. It's football time in Tennessee. Connor Shaw fumbles the snap, it's loose. Who comes out of there with it? Tennessee. Snap down, kick on the way. Polardi spins it for the uprights, and that kick is good. Bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line. Takes a handoff, rolls right, throws the pass into the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tennessee to Pig Howard. Tries his tailback. He'll walk in untouched to the checkerboards. Turns the corner. Fires the ball. That pass is going to be intercepted at the 27-yard line. Cameron Sutton. Worley drops, looks that way. Fires over the middle. The pass complete to midfield. To the 40. Jason Kroom knocked out of bounds. Shaw back to the throw. Big pressure, steps up and sacked. McCullers got him at the 10. Worley stands in there, looks, fires long down the left sideline. That pass is going to be caught down at the 25-yard line. The pass complete to Marquez North. Unbelievable catch. Handoff Lane. Lane pops it to the 10, to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. A 19-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark. There's the snap, there's the kick, there's the win. Michael Polardi boots Tennessee to a 23-21 victory over South Carolina. The Tennessee Volunteers celebrating all over the field from goal line to goal line. Butch Jones gets that signature win. Tennessee has knocked off a ranked team as the Volunteers on a field goal by Michael Polardi win 23-21 over South Carolina.
One of the most dramatic finishes in the history of Neyland Stadium, which has seen plenty of them, but I don't know if there's any more emotional wins than that one. Congratulations on your first SEC win, and more importantly, congratulations to this football team.
Well, thank you. Very excited for our seniors, for everyone associated with our football program, Vol Nation. And our kids are learning how to win. They're understanding the preparation that it takes throughout the course of the week, and we're having individuals step up and make plays in critical situations.
The game, everybody talks about Polardi's field goal, but the defense had to make stop after stop in the fourth quarter to give your offense a chance to win it.
I thought they played exceptionally well. We went through a span where we gave up some big plays, but South Carolina is a very good football team. They're going to make their plays, and we talked about having a resiliency about ourselves, looking to gain that inch, playing complementary football, and we were able to do that.
No turnovers. That was obviously one of the huge aspects of the game.
That's part of the formula for winning, the plan to win. Anytime you don't turn the football over, we're going to be in football games.
Michael Polardi has been through so much in his career. It's his first ever game-winning kick, and you have so much confidence now in Michael. He's been really a factor, not only kicking the ball, punting the ball for you.
Tremendous confidence, and he has been a factor, and he's one of the reasons why we're playing improved defense. You know, everything's about field position, and he's been extremely consistent. Friday night at the hotel, I walked by him. I said, "You got the game-winning kick tomorrow," and he looked at me and he said, "I got you, Coach."
Indeed he did. Michael Pilardi, a big day for him and a big day for the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll show you highlights of Tennessee's win over South Carolina next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Our Adidas Vol Scholar of the Week is Woody Quinn. The junior tight end from Dana Point, California, is majoring in communication studies after transferring to Tennessee from Santa Ana College.
My freshman year, and I was playing volleyball at Pepperdine, I was redshirting, and then you can't suit up for games, so they ended up needing someone to call the games for a local radio and TV show, and so the coach suggested that I do it, and so I started doing that, and since then I realized I kind of want to do possibly stuff in front of the camera or with voice or radio or something like that.
Woody plans to turn a discovered love of broadcasting into a successful television career.
Dream job would probably be hosting some kind of a show. You know, ESPN would be really cool as well, but I'd like to do something possibly more than sports, hosting some kind of a show or something with a buddy of mine. That'd be awesome.
Congratulations to Woody Quinn, our Adidas Vol Scholar of the Week.
Tennessee and South Carolina, another top 10 team for Tennessee to go up against. That's been kind of the norm all season long for this football program. Talk about the key factors going into the South Carolina game that you thought your team had to do to win.
Well, we had to make conditioning a factor, and we talked about extended drives on offense. We had to get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 12-play drives, and we were able to do that, especially in the first half, and establish the line of scrimmage. You know, we wanted to keep pressure points on Connor Shaw, not let him beat you with his legs, and I thought we started the game and we really established the line of scrimmage and the field position.
Yeah, one of the other, to say field position was a key. You had South Carolina backed up that whole first quarter, and that kind of threw them off rhythm.
Well, it was critical, and that's one of the things we talked about, starting fast and want to really start with the field position game.
Here comes Tennessee taking the field in all orange, and behind the Volunteers running through the T with about 300 former Vols as well.
Great day, Bob. Great day to welcome them back. And, you know, we talked about establishing the line of scrimmage, and this is evidence here with a 2-yard loss with Sutton, Sapp, and Hood getting on the tackle. And then moving forward, this was a critical play for a number of reasons, a targeting penalty, but also a third down conversion that set up Pilardi's field goal to Alton Howard.
Marcus gets kicked out of the game because of that targeting penalty.
You saw an unusual amount of targeting penalties this week in college football across the country. And you can see, I thought Alton did a great job of holding on to the football as well. And this is one of those critical plays that led to Michael Pilardi's first field goal of the day.
So Pilardi hits from 37 yards out, and Tennessee takes the lead by a score of 3-0. And again, Tennessee continued to keep pressure on Connor Shaw.
Well, again, it gets back to establishing the line of scrimmage, and I thought Marlon Walls really played with tremendous effort, energy, passion, and I really thought our defensive front probably played their best complete game of the year.
And again, Marlon Walls, who's really been very productive for Tennessee all season long, makes another big play.
Well, it's all about winning your one-on-one matchups, and again, that was great to see from a senior playing the way we expect our seniors to play. And then, you know, Jacob Carter does a great job of our middle return. And all we want from our punt return team is 1 first down, just gain 10 yards.
So Tennessee still leads 3-0. And the handoff goes to Marlon Lane, back from injury, and ran very well.
I tell you, Bob, I thought he really ran exceptionally well. He gained the tough yards, really ran behind his pads all day.
Still, Tennessee had a couple of near misses here, a long throw down the field.
And these are all things that we got to continue to progress and get better on. Is, you know, when we have plays like this, you know, we got to get the ball out there, and then we got to make these plays, because these are game-changing plays. And you know, we came away with 0 points, and they went down and scored, so it basically became a 14-point swing.
So now it's 7-3 South Carolina.
Again, Alton Howard, again, really doing a great job of yards after the catch and getting the ball north and south.
Justin Worley now looks for his tight end.
This is actually a run-pass option, and Justin did a great job of reading the linebacker, and Brendan did a great job, again, catching and advancing.
And a great throw to Alton Pig Howard for the touchdown.
And, you know, Justin did a great job as play action pass or really hanging in the pocket and being poised. This is his second reading the progression, which is great to see, and Alton making the catch. Big play.
So Tennessee leads 10-7 and still getting after Connor Shaw, who's a threat running the ball and passing it.
Again, this is what we call opportunity sacks. Our interior of our front does a great job of making Shaw push the pocket, and then Jaquez Smith coming off his man and making the sack.
So Tennessee forces a punt, gets the ball back, and Worley teams up with Marquez North, one of the 3 big catches he had in the game.
You see Justin does a great job of pushing the pocket, and then Marquez, very, very strong. You know, you can see it right here. And we talk about grabbing the rebound as in basketball, and Marquez did a great job there.
Rajon Neal now up the middle.
Again, I thought our running backs ran exceptionally hard, and our offensive front did a good job versus a very strong and talented South Carolina front. And then Rajon Neal finishes the deal, gets the ball into the checkerboards. But again, I believe this was a 9 or 10 play drive, Bob, and that was critical.
So Tennessee leads it 17-7 at halftime. And South Carolina came up and now gets the ball to start things in the third, and a big hit by Alden Hill.
Alden Hill is one of those individuals who's playing exceptionally well for us and understands his role in the football team, and great way to start it off for our kickoff team.
All right, Carolina gets a couple of touchdowns in the third quarter. It's 21-17, and this is action in the fourth quarter.
Well, critical plays you can see getting off the field on third down. And again, those plays were big because it made them punt the football. This was big for field position and keeping the drive alive. And you get the horse collar tackle, and again, Justin making a play with his legs, which was great to see.
Look at this catch by North.
Again, going up, high pointing the ball, coming down with it. Again, he took the game into his hands, Bob, and that's what we need from outside on the perimeter, and he playing a true freshman. You know, he's getting better and better.
Pilardi kicks another field goal, his second of the day, as Tennessee couldn't get the touchdown, but does pull within one at 21-20. And now Tennessee's defense steps up and makes stop after stop.
Well, you can see with the next illustration of clips, we really were attacking. And again, I thought our defensive front did a great job, but also in the back end in our secondary, is the throwing lanes were closed and there was nowhere to go with the football.
McCullers and Walls team up on that sack.
Again, I thought Dan really did a great job of running to the football this game, and you see any evidence of that.
So now Tennessee gets the ball one final time.
Players stepping up, making big-time plays in critical situations. This is those inches, Bob, that we were talking about earlier in the show, and does a great job of really controlling the ball in his shoulder pad, and then watch him bring the ball in and secure the catch.
What concentration by Marquez North. Very athletic play. Those are strong hands right there, aren't they?
Strong young man, and he's going to do nothing but get better. Now, you know, we have to put ourselves in order to kick a short field goal, then a long field goal, and we were able to run the football, and then I could watch this all day. Great execution in a critical situation, a pressure-filled situation, and the thing that was great is not only, you know, Michael Pilardi, but, you know, everyone associated with that field goal, being poised in a critical situation and finishing it off.
Tyler Drummer gets a lot of credit for getting it down. J.R. Carr on the snap.
Absolutely.
And then the celebration in the south end zone with the Pride of the Southland band. That was a special, special moment.
Well, you know, great to see, and winning, as we know, is very fragile. And so anytime you win is very, very special. And again, you know, for our players to win a game like that, for everyone, you know, and then to be able to celebrate with the band. And I tell you what, our fans, again, were outstanding. They were another home field advantage for us. I think that was evidence with the numerous timeouts, but also the delay of game penalties. And we couldn't have done it without them.
You know, the other thing that you didn't see because you had left the field with the team, but the fans stayed and stayed and stayed and celebrated. It was just really one of those moments that you'll cherish for a long time.
Well, it is, and it's special. You know, this place is very special, and that's the thing that our players have learned. You know, we continue to teach them, and, you know, it's a great scene anytime you have game days because it's prospective student-athletes being in attendance too, and, you know, that's what we expect Neyland to be like on game day every day. And, again, just Really proud of everyone. We have a lot of work to do. We have a great challenge coming up. We have to be a much better tackling football team moving forward. We can't have 3 and outs that we had in the second half. But again, resiliency, and our team found a way to win. And the bottom line is Tennessee did beat South Carolina. When we come back, we'll feature a player who had a big day on Saturday on the defensive side of the ball, Marlon Walls, next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Worley winds up, going to throw long down the left sideline. The pass is going to be caught. Got at the 17-yard line. Boy, he's got vice grip. Looks, fires long down the left sideline. That pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Carolina had him double covered, and he comes up with a one-handed catch.
Marlon Walls plays football with aggression.
He's just all out, 24/7.
Back to throw, sets up, bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line. Marlon Walls, who planted him at the 21. And now not the second, slammed down at the 47-yard line.
He's running to the ball, he's leaving his feet to make tackles, always constantly going full speed.
I'm an effort guy, man. I like to run around and just hit people. Not the biggest, not the strongest, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you a lot of effort. I'm gonna run around and hit things. That's what I love to do. That's what I play the game for.
He can't be doubted by anybody. He hates being doubted. He hates being told that he can't do something. So no matter what the situation is, Marlon's gonna bring it every day, just to exactly leave no doubt.
But for number 58, full speed has not always been easy to achieve.
I think what makes Marlon special is the fact that he's been through so much adversity and he continues to persevere. He's had Achilles injuries, he's had shoulder injuries, he's been through it all, but every day you see him come to work and he's always got a positive mindset and he's ready to go, and that just impresses me.
That's part of life. You know what I mean? It makes you stronger. I don't think it kills you. I mean, it helps you out mentally. It makes you a little bit tougher. So I appreciate what I went through. You know what I mean? Does it suck? Yeah, a little bit it does. But at the same time, it makes you stronger, man. It makes you tougher.
The struggle has molded the redshirt senior into a respected veteran on the defense.
The player staff, man, whenever there's an issue, whenever Coach Jones needs something done, he comes to us, and whenever the team needs something done, we go to him about it. You know, we meet with him every week, and we just talk about what's going on the team, what's the mindset, and what we're gonna do this week, how we're gonna get better.
Being a member of the player staff is a huge role, because you have to accept the leadership, and because your peers chose you to be on the player staff, and so that means a lot to Marlon Walls. It means a lot to myself. It means a lot to the rest of the guys, that are on the player staff. I think Marlon's one of our vocal guys. He's one of the guys who's gonna voice his opinion, no matter the situation, no matter if he's in the wrong or somebody else is. He's gonna let you know his opinion and how he feels about it.
For Walls, the only way to play is the Tennessee way.
I'm a Tennessee guy. I was born and raised here. You know what I mean? Like, the first football I've seen was Tennessee football, so I'm passionate about it. I understand the tradition. And I understand what goes along with putting that T on the side of your head. So it's a great place to be, man. We got the best fans in the world, I believe that, and they ride really well. We win or lose, and I've never seen nothing like it. So just to show guys, man, that being at Tennessee, man, we take the back seat to nobody, and this is the place to be. And if you want to be a part of a family atmosphere and a lot of tradition, a lot of love, and guys is very passionate about what they do, this is the place to be at.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Rick Russo.
That orange shirt means something to Marlon Walls, doesn't it?
Means a lot. And can't say enough about Marlon Walls. He's playing winning football for us. He's a leader. He brings passion and energy every day. Great leader in our player staff. And he exemplifies what we want in terms of character, energy, effort, everything in a football player. That's what Marlon Walls brings to the table.
One of the leaders of the Tennessee defense and the entire team, Marlon Walls. What's going on in social media? Here's Sarah Mitchell.
Vol fans came through once again this week with some unique social media posts. Head coach Butch Jones has nearly 100,000 followers on Twitter, and that lands him in the top 3 most followed college football coaches. To help Coach Jones cross the 100,000 follower threshold, if you aren't already, start following him at UT Coach Jones. Neyland Stadium had a splash of pink this weekend as the Vols helped generate awareness during October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Take a look at these photos of the Vols wearing pink equipment. Christina posted this Instagram picture of some delicious-looking orange and white tailgating food. And Emily tweeted this aerial shot of Bristol Motor Speedway. She and her pilot son are excited about the battle at Bristol in 2016. This next photo was posted of Martin Sims and Peter Farrell, who are both UT Law graduates and proudly serve our country. Both are judge advocates with the Combined Joint Interagency Task Force 435. Thank you for your service. To wrap up Vol Football Media Mash, Jawan James tells us how he really feels about his head coach. Keep posting your best Tennessee Vol pictures on social media, and you could make an appearance next week. Don't go away, the Butch Jones Show will be right back. The highly anticipated battle in the last great Coliseum has finally been announced. On September 10th, 2016, Butch Jones and his fast-paced offense will face Virginia Tech in front of 160,000 plus fans in what is being called the Battle at Bristol. ESPN auto racing and college football commentator Dr. Jerry Punch said this game will not affect just one region of football, but the entire nation of college football.
If you're a college football fan, you don't have to be a Tennessee fan, you don't have to be a Virginia Tech fan. If you're a college football fan or you're a sports fan, you want to be here. You want to be at the first game. You want to be at the game that set the all-time record. And plus the fact that you got a place like Bristol that's accustomed to handling large crowds, so they're accustomed to dealing with traffic, getting people in and out. The concessions are phenomenal. The suites are unbelievable. To me, and I've done BCS bowl games over the years, this has the excitement and energy of a BCS bowl game, only bigger.
Coach Jones is excited for what this game means to college football, but more importantly, he's excited for what this game means to the Tennessee football program.
Well, it's very exciting, to be a part of not only college football history, but football history. And I'm excited for our fans, our university, and for our football team, to be a part of history, the magnitude for not only the University of Tennessee, but for college football, and again, to display our passionate fan base, to break the world record is going to be exciting.
President and COO of Speedway Motorsports, Marcus Smith, explains the logistics and work for the battle at Bristol.
Well, we anticipate that we'll be able to seat up to 150,000 people, which will, of course, blow away the most recent records. The all-time record is at Soldier Field in Chicago. 117,000 fans, I think, were in attendance at that game in the 20s or 30s. We plan on bringing in some additional seating that will get fans even closer to the field. So you've got some room to get really close to the field, access, some VIP seating, and an opportunity for plenty of people to come in and have great seats for the football game.
Where speed is a common ground, two fast-paced offenses will face off at the world's fastest half mile. The epic battle that will take place here at Thunder Valley is definitely one for the ages. From Bristol Motor Speedway, I'm Sarah Mitchell.
Thank you, Sarah. It's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Very exciting. What a great opportunity, for our football program. But also, it's a great illustration of what's going on here at Tennessee. The vision that Dave Hart, our administration, and our entire football program has. And obviously, a great recruiting tool as well. An opportunity to sell to a young man. You're going to be on the field when we break the world record. You're going to be a part of history. So again, that's a few years down the road, but looking forward to it.
3 years to build it up, though, and that's so you get a lot of mileage out of that in the next 3 years, won't you?
Absolutely. And again, it's just another illustration of what's going on at Tennessee.
When we come back, we'll ask the coach next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Time out to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
Great quarterbacks playing at the University of Tennessee are nothing new for the Big Orange. Touchdowns have been heaved from the likes of Manning, Holloway, Ainge, Robinson, Kelly, Clausen, and Martin. With all the greats to play the position, it is Bryson City, North Carolina's very own that sits number one with the most consecutive games throwing a touchdown pass.
Pass mark. Schuler, misdirection, throws the ball. It is caught by Tennessee at the 35 to the 40, to the 45 to the 50, to the 45 to the 40, to the 35 to the 30, to the 25 to the 20, to the 15 to the 10. He has scored. He has scored. Give him 6. Touchdown, Big Orange in the down 4.
Check the stats.
Heath Schuler stands atop with 18 consecutive games with throwing a touchdown from Alabama in 1992 to Schuler's final game against Penn State on January 1st, 1994.
Check the stats. Only from Dish do you get the Hopper Whole Home HD DVR. Learn more at dishballs.com. Catch the balls on Dish, official sponsor of the Big Orange.
It's time now for Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Currently serving Vol fans with 7 Tennessee locations and online 24/7 at academy.com.
Here's a question from Buddy Gray. How do you prepare for next week's game against Alabama after such an emotional win against South Carolina?
Well, we don't use the word emotion. We use the word passion. But, our players understand the more you win, the more that's at stake. And it's going to be a great challenge, and you rely on the maturity of your football team. But really, I think we come into this week with much confidence gained that we believe we can now win games like this. And now we get a chance to go on the road in a hostile environment playing the number one team in the country. Yeah. And it's going to be a great challenge, but I know we're looking forward to it.
What's the inspiring thing or the thing you like most about the win against South Carolina?
That our players believed that we were going to win. There was never any doubt. Nobody put their eyes down. Nobody lowered their head. They just kept believing and encouraging each other. And there was a feeling on that sideline, Bob, that whatever it took to win the football game, we were going to find a way to win that football game.
Well, it was a special afternoon and a big one for this program, a big one for the fans, and a big one for your players and staff. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Butch Jones, his comments on Tennessee's win over South Carolina. We'll have more in just a moment here on the Butch Jones Show.
Time now for the Tennessee Top 5, brought to you by Hyundai.
This one's going to be returned by Cooper. Gets it right in the middle of the field to the 20, 25, and bang, down he goes at the 18-yard line.
I was just getting on my track, following him. I was chasing him. He cut back to me, and I was right there to make the play.
Worley gets the snap, takes a handoff, rolls right, throws the pass into the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tennessee to Pig Howard.
I kind of knew it was going to be open. Just the way they was playing cover one. It was just a play that, coaches drew up, and I had to go out there and make it.
Down to the shotgun, back to throw. Shaw back to the throw. Big pressure, steps up and sacked. McCullers got him at the 10. Also in there was Marlon Walls.
I just looked up and I saw Big Dan come across my face. Quarterback was in my hand, so, that was a good job by the big man.
Third down and 10. Worley waits for the snap. Carolina showing blitz. Here they come. Worley stands in there, looks, fires long down the left sideline. That pass is going to be caught. Down at the 25-yard line. The pass complete to Marquez North.
Unbelievable catch.
Carolina had him double covered, and he comes up with a one-handed catch.
It's stutter and go that we've wrapped a million times, and Marquez did a good job of getting 12 yards like we preach, and he made a play on the ball. And I was just fortunate enough to get the ball in the right place for him to make a play.
And now a chance to win it. A 19-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark. There's the snap. There's the kick. There's the win. Michael Pilardi boots Tennessee to a 23-21 victory over South Carolina.
My mindset was just make sure that it's, kick every ball the same, no matter what kind of kick it is, game winner, first kick of the game, no matter what it is. So I'm really excited, but that doesn't mean that I can get complacent with what I do. I got to come out next week and practice and keep working hard at my craft and make sure that if the opportunity comes again, I can succeed just like I did today.
With a last-second field goal by Michael Pilardi, and it was right down the middle. Final score from Neyland Stadium: Tennessee 23, South Carolina 21.
What an emotional day at Neyland Stadium, the big win over South Carolina. Now joined by John Bryce from VolQuest.com and Tennessee's defensive coordinator, John Jancic, was with us. John, congratulations on just a great win.
Thank you. It was a very exciting day and just happy with the outcome.
You know, we're all talking about the game-winning field goal and all of that, but if it wouldn't have been for the defense to get a bunch of stops in the fourth quarter, none of that would have happened.
Yeah, I thought our players did a great job in the fourth quarter. They showed great resiliency, a great attitude. They did what they needed to do for us to win the game.
John, you've said it, I think, since the first time we talked, that these guys are eager, they're hungry, they want success, they want to learn the system. How big is a win like that and validating all that and helping the guys continue to grow?
Yeah, I think that obviously that's going to be big, you know, as we move forward. They've bought in from the very beginning, though, so this is just a confirmation in their mind of what we've done from the very beginning since we've gotten here, and I'm just happy for them because they've worked extremely hard. And a lot of times as coaches, you know, you say, hey, this is what we need to do to win. The players actually are working hard. They're doing the things that you're asking them to do, and they just don't see those results. And for us as coaches, it's real exciting for them now to see the fruits of their labor and the things that we're asking them to do come true and enjoy a victory.
You know, Coach Jansen, you go down the line, Corey Miller, Marlon Walls, Daniel McCullers, all of those guys are playing much better than they did last year, and that's a tribute to this coaching staff, I think.
Absolutely, and Coach Stripling works with our defensive line on a daily basis. He does a great job. He mentors them, he coaches them, and it's just a great to see those guys have some success.
How key has been the leadership of that group up there? I know Marlon Walls has been a very vocal leader. Corey Miller has been a leader. Dan Hood is a leader. How much does that help when those guys are sort of setting the standard on the defensive side of the ball?
Absolutely. You know, leadership is huge. And, you know, we talk about holding each other accountable to a high standard. And those guys have done that consistently since we've gotten here. And we've had our good days, we've had our bad days, but together we've stuck together and we've worked hard. And again, it's great to see these guys, you know, see the success.
You've kind of had to mold the secondary together a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been playing a lot of young guys. It's been a work in progress, but you're making progress.
We are. Every week we see things that we're doing to get better. Back there, you know, Cam had a big pick, you know, yesterday. Again, as a true freshman. And so those guys are really working hard. They're coming together. We're forming our identity daily in the back end, and it works hand in hand. You know, the back end, the DBs, you know, their success a lot of times is a direct correlation to the front and the pressure that you're able to apply on the quarterback in passing situations. So we're a unit that's just, you know, coming together. Everyone's doing their job, and we just got to keep improving every week.
You talk about forming an identity. I know a big part of that is forcing and generating turnovers. 2 more in this contest. You win the takeaway battle. I think you've equaled the turnover number from the entire 2012 season.
Right.
You know, how big is it that the guys are also seeing those results, flying to the football and making good things happen?
Yeah, you know, turnovers are a byproduct of your effort, and then also just being turnover conscious. You know, we do a lot in practice. We talk about starting the lawn more to force fumbles, and then obviously we work ball drills, ball in the air, to track the ball and create turnovers through the air. So, you know, again, it's talked about, it's worked, and it's great to see these guys go out and actually execute.
We're with Tennessee defensive coordinator John Jancic, and we'll continue with more here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to announce the AutoZone player of the game. Get in the zone, AutoZone. In the zone for Tennessee was Marquez North. The freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, had 3 catches for 102 yards, including a 48-yard reception that helped set up the winning field goal. Congratulations to Marquez North, our AutoZone player of the game. AutoZone, proud sponsor of the Vols. Parts are just part of what they do.
We're back with Tennessee defensive coordinator John Jancic. John, talk a little bit about your career. You've been at several SEC places. You've been around a little bit. Tell us how you wound up at Tennessee.
I started out my career, I played Division II football and got into Division II coaching right away and just kind of worked my way up. My first Division I coaching job was at Central Michigan University. That's where Coach Jones and I were on staff together. From there, I went to the University of Georgia and had 5 years there, and then I was able to reunite with Coach Jones as co-defense coordinator for him at Cincinnati, and now
I'm here at Tennessee, and I'm blessed, and I'm thankful to be here. What a great place.
And it's a family affair for you guys as well. I know your son is friends with Coach Jones' oldest son, Coach Martinez's oldest son. I mean, how much does that help when the families also can lean on one another?
Oh, that's huge. You know, when you can pick up and drop off and kind of pitch in when you need to, that's certainly big. You know, every summer we vacation together as families, and it's just it's great to be a part of it.
How much did your experience in the SEC help Coach Jones with this transition as well? Because when you come into this league, it's a different animal.
Yeah, well, you know, the biggest thing is really with the recruiting, the intensity, the level of recruiting, some of the things that you have to be aware of that obviously take place with some of the other schools. I think that was probably the biggest help that I could give Coach Jones in regards to being in the SEC, and then obviously the venues and all those things on game day. But we're a great team. We enjoy working together, and it's exciting.
That recruiting component is something that you guys battle every day, isn't it? I mean, you start your days really working on the recruiting calendar and going after it, don't you?
Absolutely. You have to do something every day, you know, with recruiting, especially in the Southeastern Conference. That's your lifeline. That's the future of your program. Each and every single day, you have to be on top of the things that are taking place in recruiting and what's being said to recruits. What are they saying? You know, so you have to have your handle on the pulse of the recruiting aspect.
All right, talk about the matchup with Alabama this week. Obviously, this is a juggernaut football team.
Absolutely.
Got to figure out a way to slow them down.
Well, we know they're well coached. They're extremely talented. The thing that we'll have to do is get in tonight and start to break down the film and look at how we match up with them. I know they're big. Really, it's a great opportunity. That's how I look at it. It's a great opportunity for us to see where we're at defensively, and certainly their style of defense is a big and physical offense. We got to match up and do some things to obviously stop the run and contain the quarterback. So I'm not done with the film yet from South Carolina.
I got you.
So, but I know they're going to be a great challenge. So it'll be exciting.
Coach, congratulations on the win over South Carolina. Good luck this week against
Thank
Alabama.
you very much. I appreciate it.
John Jancic, the outstanding defensive coordinator for the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll look ahead to Alabama next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponent. Brought to you by First Tennessee Bank, the official bank of the Vols.
Well, time for the October Classic, Tennessee and Alabama, Saturday in Tuscaloosa, 2:30 Central kick. And the Volunteers, I think everybody knows exactly what they're up against, going against this juggernaut from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, as we look at TJ Yeldon there, it's going to start with Tennessee's ability to slow down Alabama's rushing game. The Crimson Tide had 350 yards rushing in their shutout win against Arkansas. That's going to be a key. But I want to throw this stat out there. John Jancic's defense on its final 15 plays only allowed 20 yards and forced 4 punts. Key game.
Yep, so again, no turnovers will be a key, and you just got to take advantage of when you got it against Alabama.
Yeah, take advantage of your opportunities. Start by slowing down the run, and you can have a chance.
So Tennessee takes on Alabama again Saturday down in Tuscaloosa. Vol Network coverage starts at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 Central Time. For John Bryce, John Jancic, and Coach Butch Jones, I'm Bob Kessling. See you next week on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. For more coverage of this week's game, be sure to watch the Vol Network's 2-hour game replay. Check local listings. Produced at the Huster Broadcast Center.